and welcome to Climate Check with me, Mary Mwiikisa. Now today I'm coming to you from the CBD in Lusaka, and right behind me is Lusaka's biggest market. This is City Market, and this is where you find thousands of traders that are trading in various products. And of course, today we're focusing on environmental protection in terms of keeping the market clean, green and healthy. And so we'll be talking to the traders on how they are playing their part to keep City Market clean, and we'll also be able to find out if they have what it takes to keep the place clean. Join me on the other side. Now imagine if trees could provide Wi-Fi. Just how many trees you would plant? Well, they provide oxygen. We definitely cannot do without it. Destruction of nature, such as forests, has led to irreversible climatic changes to our world. Join me as I talk to policy formulators, change makers and climate change interest groups on Climate Check, weekly on this channel. Now you are the solution to climate change.
Kani osunga market clean olabo batipunzisa last time timufunika wamena gulisa manzi aenda na ka plastic customer kagula manzi akamwa mwaponyamu bama banana mfika mwenda na moponya customer kaja aponyamu na mabuses mkagula tu mabini mkazika. So manje kapena ni kusamvera kwa abantu andopezi kati basibai kama mabasi simukati mabini isema banana stigula to ikama kuti bantu basitaira. So echipanga munga market yoneka dot. That's why abantu azambo kambati government sika konzelu bakanso sibapyanga ndise teka te bantu nti sunga dot market ifunika teka tapanga keep Zambia clean bakanso achukatabe mukupyanga ashuba chibanana daya muntu ni dot ja swanga kwani sibapyanga che the whole day bantu bakapyanga teka tufiniko sunga clean nipaninga kambe kuti market yabanzatu olwana kwisa maveji funika baunjika pamozi bande bataya kubini noti pamene apo bavisiya ati bakanso zabopya voneka dot markets kota ila banatikira mabini mose momenti gulisira banatikira and then na City Market kumbuyo kuja banatikira kota ila na kuno kufupi banatikira so that mkagulisa pafupi mwenda mwataye manje ise bantu mavuna be pamene apo tapeno gulisira wavisiya wakomboka waenda kota ila banatiretera veve vilimbo. So manje ise tumafuna che shoti na bama basi ngati wapyanga mbasi afyangira che pamene apo avisi so yonseja ni doti amene pezeka muno kuti tinyamule tiyole tikatayi timakangiyo
mungabauza ko chani banzana wa market
ningabauzeko chabe kuti ntisunge clean kuchira kuti tikamba sunga doti market wazakati pishi azakamba sitisunga bwino market so funika tikazikipinga clean yane mama tipunisa bakanzo pamene tigulisa manzi tizingakona tumabini motaira panagulisa mabanana tiziona kuti titenga javena washuba customer taenda tata mubini ali onse amene agulisa funika making sure ni maveji tujika pamozi kumazura taenda tata pa place pakaena ali onse amene agulisa funika akaskipinga clean so that market inekazioneka clean nchani ngakuzeko chema market yabanzanga so that olo kwa bwa balendo ochoka kuvyala bo tandali ya City Market bakaziona kuti tisunga clean ndiseteka ndifuniko tisunga clean chino chintu chetisebenzesa kuti auti zinyozesa zina government sibasebenza basunga doti of which ndiseteka ndipanga doti market ndipa ningakambe
kuno ku market ma prices yenangu ni ya doti like Soweto vija ma prices ya mbili ni ya doti pasika cheba chakorwa batunda pali ponse pali doti venangu bashitavosiana siana chabi pali doti vinero muno mu City Market ufunika koche monika che clean ma prices yaoneka clean vinero time ya mvula rain season ibwera funika tiri clean kaidi ukankala clean ma prices kolera stinga dwali meya kankala ina doti kolera tidwala ili simple kolera kudwala
manje monga ve mugulisa hivi bakagula be bakuma batayira kuti
mabottles it depends venangu balimirire bagula bazatenga ja bottle bazatayira mabini kuli mabini madrum bana matayiramu it depends venangu apena mwera mbasi venangu pena wanda combo nikapera masia mbasi I don't know
so mungabaza ko chani bame bamagula monga hivi motayira hivi because ma plastic nayo ndi ankala na ma drainage
wevene ningawuse kunenga like vena makwera mabasi bagula drink bafika bakagula ja drink bafakalo muka plastic ando taya compound kone baenda kuti like kusiya mtown kai na wa mtown aba mbasi bakapyanga pavisiya futi mwe muno.
Bena Zambia tuina doti maningi susunga Zambia yatu bwino. That's why na matenda mu Zambia pakesa. Vishala drainage siri bwino. Tufuna drainage batuvalireko sipanga sensi. Hii drainage ni ovaliwa ko jamani siya maenda. Doti chimotoka bati vimabwera vimanyamula doti vimata manje sembe banaika ko mabini mu load moika mo vishala sembe mabi sembe doti simapezeka mu town.
Now we have heard from the marketeers on what it is they're doing to keep the market clean and also some of the limitations that they have. But now let's hear from some of the bus drivers that operate on the city market route on what they're doing to keep not only their buses clean, but also the surrounding where they work from.
Okay, veninga pempe kuchene maybe vakanso angasite ku provide na mabini whereby maybe muntu akajako something maybe uruchipaki and utaila ko mbini but kulangala pali pano tilibe mabini muntu koyanga taile pezi kati muntu akadya chabe ataila pali ponse because sawo napo bini so nizopempa munga ma stations munga pano pa Ng'ombe Roma vakapo bini imozi so that all ma conductors ma drivers tazipunzisa kuteka so that muntu akasiza kudya ndo time bini moja iyo ni pempo ikulu kuli vakanso angatilanga neko mabini. I think last time is not pasako mabini eze inaoneka izo tutapaka kuseni paja muzuwa monsi pezi chuma che clean because penze bini etenzo ino tap but monga pakapyanga kuseni hao mwandi ma passenger bakadya bataya che pali ponse
Mabasi mulibema tumabini
tumabini twa mabasi munga ntwa polisi chetu etimafakamo ntuja tumabucket twa safu tumachepa tuja whereby
polisi mumini ngatana
kai tumapezeka twa polisi wamafuna ko tumabini whereby kai mbasi msanga djeva mbili so majako chemuka djako tuma snacks tuja tuma plastic tuma jigizi angataye kutukwana muji maya muno timadya mansima ya gula nsima chipaki cha nsima funga ko bini ikulu
so munga bakaja mbasi mkabini kaja kakazura muma ndo taila kuti munga mkafika hapa na pa market muma ndo taila kuti
ndiye challenge vazona mene ndiye challenge otherwise munga ati kabini kaja kakazula maybe ma conductor nako yotinga banga taile singazibe ko mshemusho ngadabwe maybe batela kwa kumbuyo futi yo kwamba cheva zona sinimaziwa ko ya mataila because kuno kulibe chishara chipa fupi cho taila hapo ndiye mweninga kambireko awe clean ifunika chabi pa muntu aliyense otherwise kaili munga tikalangana matenda ya makolera ya mabwera chifuka cha dot so timafunga tazipunzisa ko teteka petinkala at least kusunga po clean munga ise pano pa Ng'ombe Roma station tiliko na ma guys wetina chitako employ mama pitisa ko chipyango mama pyanga kwe but although sometimes mama kala wa moving ako bachokako but clean heavy pa muntu aliyense mafunika ndiye mweninga kambireko
kusebenza tatisebenza bwino ro kumankarama tuma challenges twena ngokuti ma passenger bataya tuma botro pa mabasi soche sometimes market yaoneka ko doti soche
memu isinga panji doti so why is it clean
aba makirina bakanso mapassenger ngatwataya vintu tima kapena tingapempeko kuti vazitairako oroti vazitairako mutuma bintu amene tili nato mumamoto
unayika tumabini
tinayika tingapempeko ku kanso angazikampitamo ro watuzira kwa ma clients batu kuti poika dotini paso kutaira kwa mukabini like
mabini yaliko ko taira kuma doti yamene bana tabakansa
madasta bin yaliko so lopa station panga tinako na imozi pamene kulisa ma vegetables opempa kuti na beve bazionisa ko Lusaka clean yakuti ngati bakombo kabavika ini order vintu vao.
We will now be talking to a climate change activist who is so focused on ensuring that City Market is kept clean, green and healthy. And he's also organizing a roadshow and some activities inside the market in September to just change the mindset of the traders to ensure that they participate in keeping their environment clean. And this is Mr. Sam Mutambo. He'll be joining us on the other side.
Most of the time, I usually conduct my activities through live music performance. I've been performing music at City Market here for the past 3 years, with the aim of encouraging the members of community, the bus drivers, the traders, the marketeers, to be part of the Keeping Zambia Clean and Healthy, and also to encourage sustainable practices, especially in our places where we are conducting our businesses. When you look around City Market here, you're going to see that most of those drainages which were constructed so that they can carry water during rain season are flooded with water. And so this makes it difficult for the water to do what? To move forward. And at the same time, this stagnant water promotes diseases. In case of cholera, Zambia has been experiencing cases of cholera for the past 2-3 years, in fact almost annually. So it's high time that we came up with a lasting solution. And my plea to all the Zambians, the marketeers, all of us here, we must be a solution to environmental degradation. Let's ensure that wherever we are conducting our businesses, that place is clean. Look at the buses around here. Some of the buses, there are small bins where people can drop their waste, their papers after they've taken their food. And the other thing that I would like maybe to share with my fellow Zambians is that please, let's develop or create a culture of responsibility, so that all of us are going to be we are going to promote corrective responsibility. If this happens, then our places are going to be clean and healthier. Just like this year on the 20th of September, we have the World Cleanup Day. So this is the day on which we raise awareness to encourage all the members of society from every spectrum to be part of what is happening. So the theme for this year is tackling textile and fashion waste through circular fashion, basing my contribution on what I do. When you look at the world of advertisement, they use music to disseminate information there. So in my case, I use live performances at City Market here. So like this year, we are going to have a live band performance. We have partners that are coming on board. For instance, the Lusaka Integrated Solid Waste Management Company is likely to come on board, and also the city, Lusaka City Council, is coming on board. We've also written to the Minister of Local Government so that we can have Honorable Siabalo as our guest of honor. All these are activities that I conduct so that together we can send the message out to the people there. Because by the look of the minister coming here, people will know that the minister is here for something that is good, for something that is going to bring development and progress in terms of wealth and keeping our places clean, green and healthy. This drainage has been there for quite some. It was constructed mainly to carry water to some point during rain season and even after rain season. But because of the mindset where people look at it, maybe because it is not fenced, they would want to, dispose of their waste just in here, which is very wrong. So now, because of so much waste inside here, the water cannot pass because people, they are using it as a bin. This is a drainage, it's not a bin. So if people, they are going to take the drainage as a bin, then that is wrong, and that is the mindset that we want to change. We want to change behavioral change. We want to ensure that people are picking litter wherever they are. Others are planting trees, and others are being involved in different beautification efforts, and that's what we are doing, and that's what I do.
City Market is doing well at the moment, because if I have to compare City Market last year or the other year and today, we've really improved in terms of cleanness. I would say this is a good environment at the moment. It may be not that good, but then we are trying our best as Lusaka City Council to ensure that the environment of City Market is okay for people to do business. You may understand that business is supposed to be done in a clean environment, and as Lusaka City Council, we are pushing almost every day that traders work with us to ensure that they are operating in clean environment. Our cleaning exercise for markets is a routine. So the markets are cleaned every day on a daily basis. And of course, Every Friday, we've got an exercise that we conduct as Lusaka City Council to ensure that traders take part extensively in the cleaning. This exercise is done early in the morning, and we do the inspection. And when we find that a certain portion is not that clean for them to start doing business, we stop them and ensure that the environment is clean for them to begin business. Our appeal is to the traders that are doing business within the city market, the shop owners, to ensure that they have small bins where they can put their waste there, and then the wheel bin goes around to collect from designated places. We're doing the extensive, thorough cleaning every Friday of the market, and it's not the council that cleans alone, the council personnel. It is actually also the traders that are working within those markets that also work together with the council to ensure that their spaces are clean.
The Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection, in collaboration with the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, has hosted a national summit on climate change, adaptation and environmental management, bringing together stakeholders for a climate action dialogue. Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Mary Mwiikisa, said government was committed to climate-smart solutions that aimed at protecting vulnerable communities and support sustainable development.
I'm very delighted as government that the issues of environment should not just be sitting on government tables or boardrooms, but we want to take them. Particularly the Catholic Church has taken the lead in ensuring that we pray for the sustenance of the environment, and this is very good. So we appeal to all churches to take keen interest on issues of environment and how we must collectively protect the environment. That also leads us to working together in ensuring that we must cut down the levels of deforestation, because this is another challenge. The deforestation rates are very, very high, and we appeal that we work together with JCTR, with other faith-based organizations, churches, to ensure that we bring down the deforestation rate. Then we'll be reversing the damage that is being caused in the environment. So I appeal that we all pick that responsibility. Let me conclude by reaffirming government's unwavering commitment to working hand in hand with civil society, faith-based organizations, and our partners, including JCTR, to ensure that no one is left behind in the journey towards a green, inclusive, and climate-resilient Zambia.
And Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection, JCTR Executive Director Daniel Mutale emphasized that climate change was no longer a distant concern for Zambia because its impact were already being felt by small-scale farmers, vulnerable families, and the economy. He stressed that climate justice was not only about protecting the environment, but also about protecting people, addressing inequality, and safeguarding the future.
Climate change is no longer a distant concern in Zambia. Its impacts are deeply felt by small-scale farmers who rely on rain-fed agriculture, by families grappling with food insecurity due to poor harvests, by communities displaced by floods or prolonged drought or the effects thereof, and by a national economy that is increasingly vulnerable to environmental shocks. These realities demand more than policy dialogue. They demand collective action, equity, and a bold vision for resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, at JCTR, our mission is deeply rooted in promoting social justice inspired by faith and guided by research. For over 3 decades, we have worked to ensure that the dignity of every Zambian is upheld, especially the poor and the marginalized. Our work on climate justice is anchored on 3 key pillars: research and policy advocacy, community engagement, and faith-based mobilization. Climate justice is not just about protecting the environment. It is about protecting people. It is about addressing inequality. It is about safeguarding the future for future generations.
Community members from various provinces gave climate change testimonies of the reality on the ground.
Among the challenges that we are facing as Wapula, droughts is one of them. Then sometimes we do face floods when we have torrential rains. Then also shortage of water. Then garbage disposal, also bushfires, which are causing challenges too, or rather contributing to climate change.
Is try to advocate for crops that mature early, and that has seen us some good yield.
Our animals are going down. They are reducing in numbers because we never had, in the 2 previous years, we never had enough rainfall for the grass to grow so that they can feed our animals.
Meanwhile, JCTR program officer Martin Sikonda said rural households who contribute the least to climate change were impacted the most by climate shocks. He added that the summit was meant to help shape solutions rooted in real community experiences.
The goal of this project, this intervention for today, the summit, is that we provide space for engagement. We want the community members to be able to interact with their leaders at the national level and share their challenges so that the leaders can be the decision that they make can be reflective of the needs of the community members.
Stakeholders agree that urgent and collective action is needed for Zambia to adapt to a fast changing climate. Zakaria Nyimbili reporting.
Now, City Market is not only a market that provides you with various goods and services, but also a place where traders spend hours every day. And so there is a concern of a drainage with static water, and this has been blocked by the garbage that has been disposed of in that drainage. The drainage is now a health hazard. What will be done about it? This has been Climate Check for this week. Thank you for watching. My name is Mary Mwiikisa. Goodbye.